Welcome back, you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the ring bell so that you'll never miss an upload, and also join the family. We would love for you to just join us and grow with us. We thank you so very much. But today we're going to talk about being pregnant or finding out that you're pregnant after your tubes have been tied, clipped, or burnt. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. And I'm going to tell you that it most definitely is possible because I haven't personally experienced it myself. My tubes are tied, but when I got my tubes tied, my son, he's my last child, he's 10 years old now. He's about to be 11. But my doctor told me that the kind of procedure that he did on me, because when I had my child, I was getting the state medical insurance. And so they only, here in the state of Kentucky, only pays for your tubes to be tied. They don't clip and burn them anymore, not here in Kentucky. So he told me that it's a possibility, a small little chance or possibility that I could end up pregnant maybe after 5 years because of the kind of a procedure that he did on me, and it only really secured it for 5 years. Anything after that, or any time after that, anything could happen, okay? But I have a cousin who recently had a baby last year, and we are the same age, and she just had her 6th child, and she got her tubes tied, and her child, the last one before she had this baby, is the same age as my son. So we had our kids around the same time. She ended up having a baby last year because, and she had the same procedure done, because her tubes grew back. This is what the doctor told her. Her tubes grew back after all of those years, and she ended up pregnant and just had a baby last year. So is it possible? Yes, it is. And I'm a witness to this. Like I said, I haven't experienced it myself, but I'm a witness to it. Like I said, my first cousin just had her baby last year. And the child that she had before she had this baby last year is the same age as my son. And she was so upset. She was just so upset. But the baby came out wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, and healthy, and no complications or anything. So, and we're both in our late 30s. But yes, it can happen. So don't think that because you got your tubes tied that you can't have any more children. I don't know about other people, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why I got my tubes tied. I already have 4 kids, and at the time I was young, and I was having kids, okay? They were just falling out, and I was like, look, listen, and birth control wasn't an option for me because I've seen and witnessed a lot of people getting pregnant on birth control. So I was like, listen, just tie my tubes, please, because I don't want to keep having kids, and I have to start my life like keep having children is not what it is, you know what I mean? And I have 4 children and 2 baby daddies. I have 1 baby daddy by my first child, and the last 3 is by the same guy. And I wanted to put a hold on it for a while because I didn't want to keep having kids. And if I didn't get my tubes tied, I probably would have like a lot of children and a lot of kids running our family. Like everybody in my family has 4 or more kids, literally. I have another cousin who has 11 children. So I was just like, I don't want to keep having these kids. Let's put a stop to this for a moment. And you know, when I get married, you know, either we can go get our tubes untied, go pay to get them untied, or we can just wait on a miracle come from heaven, because it does happen. So it is what it is. A lot of people say, well, if you know you're going to have, you know, get pregnant, get married and you want to have more kids by your husband and stuff like that. When you're having kids, well, for me, you're not thinking about that. You're just thinking about, wait a minute, it's just too many kids. This has to stop. You know what I mean? So is it possible? Yes, it is. I have an aunt, okay, who like 15 years later had a kid, and she had her tubes done the old-fashioned way, clipped, tied, burnt, and all of that old stuff the old way, and she ended up pregnant and had a kid. So don't think that you can't get pregnant. It's a very small, rare possibility. But here lately, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Here lately and recently, there's been a lot of cases where females have been getting pregnant and their tubes have been tied, clipped and burnt, or just tied, or whatever. It's been happening. So I'm telling you something. Me and the way my faith is set up, I'm married and I do, want to have kids by my husband one day. I don't believe in going to collect all of this money and getting my tubes done and untied. I do believe, because my faith is that strong, that God is going to bless my womb and bless me and my husband to be able to have a kid together. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Am I rushing? No, I'm not. Is it possible? Yes, it is. Like I said, I'm a witness to this. I just witnessed this last year, and we both got our tubes tied around the same time, and our kids is the same age, and she just had another baby last year, and the doctor told her tubes grew back together. And I was like, I wonder what her body was going through at that time. Like, it makes you want to like research to see how it actually happens. But does it happen? Yes, it do. It happens, it happens, it happens. So don't give your hopes up just because you got your tubes tied and now you married or you want another kid that it won't happen. Yes, it can happen. I'm a witness to this, y'all. It can happen. And it's been a lot of cases here recently where people have been ending up pregnant after they've had a tubal ligation done. So don't think that it can't happen, because it most definitely can go down. So I just wanted to encourage you all, those who are or have their tubes tied and you don't have the money to go get your tubes untied, I'm gonna tell you something. Faith. Have faith in God. God is a miracle worker, and I believe that if you really want a kid, he's going to bless you with your kid, and he's going to do it in his time. And so don't rush it. So don't think that just because you got your tubes tied that it's over with and you can't have any more kids, because that's not true. I don't believe. A lot of people say, well, my tubes tied, I can't get pregnant no more. Well, you have to also watch out how you speak things into existence. If you're saying that, guess what, you're pretty much cursing yourself not to be able to have children again. Speak that one day, if you want to have kids, say it. I'm going to have another kid one day. God is going to bless me. And you stand on it and watch it happens. And even if you don't, like, not expecting it, like my cousin definitely wasn't expecting it. She wasn't expecting it, but it happened. Okay. It just lets you know that God is a miracle worker. So I want to encourage you. Don't give up. Just know that just because you have your tubes tied, that you can still possibly have a kid, another child. So don't just forget about it or give up. Just hold on, and I believe God will bless you. All right, so until then, I'll see y'all some other time. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the ring bell so you never miss an upload. Join the family. Let's help this channel grow more and more and more. I want to try to reach this to be able to get 100 likes. Can we get this to 100 likes at least? I have over 100 subscribers. Can we get this to 100 likes? It's just going to help somebody. And share this video. If you share it, I encourage you to share it on your social media platform so people can view it. And it's a lot of people out there that's doubting just because they got the tubes tied they can't have any more kids no more. It's not true. Anyway, see y'all some other time. Gotta go.